Today we'll be covering questions on control statement. So this is our first question. Now here whenever you encounter this type of questions, the questions that I am covering today, they are all from TCS written test. So first of all, always look at the options. Whenever you are encountering a problem, a question, you must first always look at the options. If there is compile time error or uh, if there is result depends on compiler, then you have to be extra cautious of that code. So here let us just read this code. Here a variable has been defined, and in the void main, in the if portion, in the expression portion, a is written, the same variable is written, and then the next line is the here no compound statements are there, so the if block contains only this line, printf hello, else it is printf what. So we are asked what would be the output of this code below. So the options given are hello, world, compile time error, none of the above mentioned. So here a is there. Now as in the expression field, we can write anything that evaluates to a value. So here a is also a valid expression. The name of the variable a is also valid expression because here a's value has been put here. Now what will be a's value? Many of you would be thinking that the a's value would be a garbage value, and as it is a garbage value, so it may be possible that it is non-zero value, negative or positive numbers would be there. So you would be thinking that this would be the output of this program would be hello. But here you should know this thing, that whenever you define global variables, this is a global variable because it is written outside the main block. It is not local to main. So this is a global variable, and globals and static variables are always initialized with 0, or their value is 0. Here a's value would be 0, and if this a evaluates to 0, then this would be if 0, and if 0 would be, the condition would be false. 0 means false condition, so this line will not be executed, the else portion would be executed, and the correct answer would be world. The correct answer would be world. Why? Because this is a global variable here. If it was a local variable, it has been declared inside this main block, then the scenario would have been different. So here the main concept that was checked was that global variables, you should know that the global variables are initialized with 0, right? So this was the first question. The correct answer here is what, right? If you want to check the code whether I am telling this thing is correct or not, then let's check this code here. See, I have written the same code here, and world has been printed. Here, world has been printed. The condition was false because a was 0, right? Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, here this a is a local variable, a equals to 5, and is in this if condition true is written. If condition true, and then a semicolon is placed here. Right? So a semicolon is being placed here. Now what will be the output of this program? It will display hello, will throw an error, no outputs, depends on compiler. These 4 are the options. Now here, see, true is not been defined. True is not a keyword, not a token. Okay, so if true would have been defined here. True is the name of a variable. The compiler will think that the true is the name of variable. So true is not been defined here. True is not a keyword in C. So here true is not a keyword in C. So here there would be an error because this is not defined. So this was a simple question. But if here true was defined and there was semicolon here, right? So if has nothing here, so the scenario would have been different. So here the output of the code would be, it will throw an error. Let's check this. See, true undeclared, because true is not a keyword here. So true is, the compiler is thinking that this is a variable and it has not been declared. So that error has been given here. Okay, so this was a simple question. Let's move to the next question. Now here, see, the code is here, a variable a is been defined and initialized with 0, and then a is checked with the help of this expression here, that whether a's value is 0 or not. Okay, so whether a equals 0 or not. If a equals 0, then printf hi, else printf how are you, and then there is the statement printf hello. Now here no error is being given, so you will know that this code will give some of the outputs, right? If you look at the options, all are giving some of the outputs. So now see, if a equals to 0, here we put the value of 0, then 0 is equal to 0, that is the condition is true. This expression is true. The value that this expression gave is true. So if the condition is true, then I will be printed, right? It will not, because the condition is true, the else block will not be printed, but this else block only contains this line. Okay, no braces are there, so it contains this line. So this line is outside of this else block. So here the output should be hi and hello. Why? Because here the else block has ended here. If no braces are used, then the next line is also only considered as belonging to that block. So here no braces was given, so this printf hi was only considered as belonging to the if block. Here the print of how are you is only belonging to the else block. This is outside the block, right? So this would be, this doesn't depend on the condition. So here hello will always be printed. So hi hello would be the right answer, D here. If here the a equals to 1 we had given, if a equals to 1 we had given, then this would have been false, and how are you and hello would have been printed. Let's see the output of this question in C compiler. So here, see, when we run this, we'll be getting hi hello. Now if I put here 1, then also this hello will always be printed, and because the condition is false, then this how are you should also get printed. So see, how are you hello is getting printed. How are you and hello. So you should, in this question, what has been checked is that whether you know the difference between the blocks, right? That is what here is checked. Now the next question is this one. Now this is a simple question. Here the options are compile time error, hello is printed thrice, nothing, varies from compiler to compiler. These are the options. Now if you look at the syntax of this for loop, immediately you'll see that here the syntax of the for loop is not correct. Here you will immediately see that the syntax of the for loop is not correct, right? Why? because in this question here only one semicolon is there. Okay, and for loop contains three parts. The first one is the initialization, then the condition, and then the increment decrement part. So here only two parts are there. To make it correct, you have to place a semicolon here also. If there were two semicolons here, then this code would have been correct, right? So let's see the output of this code. Let's see. Error. What is error? That semicolon is expected for token this one. So if you put a semicolon here, then this code would happen, because there is no condition part, right? Therefore this has run. Now if you had put this here in the increment, okay, what you have done here is you have put the condition portion here and you have left the initialization portion blank. So now this would have printed 3 times hello. So this was our question that came in TCS written test. This was a simple question which checked that you knew the syntax of for loop or not. Okay, so the answer here would have been compile time F. Now the next question is this one. It is on switch. Okay, is checking your knowledge of switch statements. So what is the question? In this question, 1s, 2s, 3s and others, these 4 variables of integer type has been defined, and another variable c is been defined. Now these are initialized to 0. You can do this type of initialization in C. 1 equals to 2 equals to 3 equals to others equals to 0. This type of initialization are valid in C. Also these are valid in Python. Okay, you can do this thing in C and Python. Now what if this is checked is while C equals to getChar is not equals to end of file. Okay, so is this end of file when you are doing this with files, then it is needed. Otherwise you can just think of it as /n. Okay, this E of F is end of file, that is whenever a file ends a special character is there, so that is being checked whether this C is belonging to end of character or not. So getChar, what getChar does is, getChar is a function that inputs a character from the keyboard, from the input device. Standard input device is keyboard, so here keyboard would be whatever we press the key on keyboard, that would be going to C. So while C is not equals to end of file, this loop would be running. Okay, now when this loop would be running, switch C based on the value which you have entered, that would be checked with the labels here in this case statements. So if C equals to 1, plus 1 would be incremented. If C equals to 2, plus 2 variable would be incremented, and if C equals to 3, plus 3 variable would be incremented. And then this break statement is there to break from the switch block. Then default is plus others. If these 3 are not been pressed, 1, 2, 3 are not been given as input, then others would be incremented and break would be there. So here after that the value of ones and others are printed by this statement. So here you have been given 1a, 1b, 1c and then asked what is the output. So we'll check that 1a, when 1 would be given here, plus 1 would be incremented by 1. Okay, So here plus plus 1 would be incremented by 1. Also, there is no break here. So whenever this case is satisfied, that is 1 is satisfied, all the statements below this case are executed till we encounter a break. So whenever you will put 1 here, 1 would be incremented, 2 would be incremented, and 3 would be incremented. So values of 1, 2 and 3 are 1 here. Then A is been given. Then when A is given, A doesn't belong to these 3 cases. So it will go to the default, and the default would be incremented by 1, and then break would be happening. Now again 1 has been encountered, 1A and then again 1. So what will happen? These 3 again would be incremented. So the values of 1, 2 and 3 will be 2. Then B would be encountered. So B's value would be, when B would become here, others value would be incremented by 1. So others would be 2. And then this 1 will again come, and this 1, 2, 3's value would be incremented again. So previously it was 2. So this 1, 2, 3, the values of this would be, till now this would be 3. And when C comes here, then others will also be incremented by 1. So 3 times incrementation of others had happened, and 3 times incrementation of 1s and 2s and 3s had happened. Okay, so the value of 1s and others would be 3, 3. So the correct answer is C, 3, 3. Let's run this code. See, here I have put /n here in place of end of file, because whenever we'll press enter, this while loop will exit. So let's run this. So I'm giving the input as 1 A, 1 B, 1 C. Now see the output. It is 3, 3. How it has happened? The first time 1 is checked, whether 1 is not equals to /n true, then this 1 goes here in this switch case, and all 3 are incremented. So values are 1, 2 and 3s are now, all 3 values are 3, and others is 0, and others is 0. All 3 values are 1s and 2s and 3s values are 1, and others is 0. Now when A comes, what happens? This default case, this doesn't match 1, 2, 3. So this default is executed. So now the value of other is 1. Right. Now when again 1 comes, what happens? This plus plus 1, plus plus 2 and plus plus 3 gets executed. So the value of all 3 is 2 now. Okay, all 3 is 2 now. Now when again B is encountered, B doesn't belongs to 1, 2, 3. So the default case will execute, and the default case would be 2 here. Others value would be 2. Now again 1 is encountered, again these 3, 1, 2 and 3 would be incremented. So the value of all 1, 2 and 3s would be 3, and then when C would be encountered, C's value would be, C would not match these 3 labels 1, 2 and 3. So default case would be executed, and others value would be 3. So this is what has happened. Now when enter I had clicked, this while loop has been exited, and this statement has been printed, 1s and others. So the correct answer would be 3, 3 here. So this was also a simple question. Just the concept that was checked here was that whether you know that the cases, the use of break statement, that is, if you don't put break after every case, then all the statements below that case would be executing. This was what checked here. This concept was checked here in this question. Now the next question is, this is a do while question. This is also a simple question. It is now no error is there, so you should know that here in this code no error is there. Okay, the option doesn't contain any any option about compile time error or runtime error. So this code is correct. Now what would be printed here? We know that the do while, in the do while loop, once the loop is always run, whether the condition is true or false. So here the condition is false because 0 value is there, but it will get printed at once. Okay, so inside while loop would be printed, and then because this statement is outside the loop, so this is a condition which this is a statement which doesn't depend on condition, so this outside loop will also be executed. So inside while loop, outside loop, this is the correct answer here. Here's the code, and see, when we run this code, inside while loop, outside loop, this has been executed. Okay, so this was the most simple question that we had covered till now. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, this is a code segment. You can sometimes in the written test they will not give you the whole program, they will just give you a set of statements, a code segment, and then ask what would be the value of these variables. So this is such type of question. Now see here we have a variable a that has been initialized to 0 and a variable b that has been initialized to 2. Now the condition here is a equals to 0. Now here a is also assigned a value of 0. Here equals to operator is not there. Here we are using the assignment operator, the equal assignment operator. So a equal to 0 here means that 0 has been assigned a value, a has been assigned a value 0. So a is assigned a value 0 and this 0 value is here. So therefore the if 0, this expression evaluates to if 0. Here 0 would be there. Now 0 is false, so whenever the condition is false, the else block would be executing. So this block would get executed. Now b equals to b into 10. This is a short form for that. B equals to b into 10. You can write like this also. So here the value would be 20. So here the value of b would be 20. Let's see in this code. Now here I have written this segment of code and then I printed the value of b. So let's see. See, 20 has been printed. Why? Because this a value of a has been assigned 0 and that value is used here. So if we write it like that, this code is converted like this. So therefore 20 has been displayed. Now these were some of the questions that had come on control statements, and questions like this which check the concepts and which are a little bit tricky will come in your written test for any companies or any placements. So to practice these questions, you'll be getting a lot of questions on control statements. To practice that. And this was all for today's lecture. Thank you.